Mark Zuckerberg is not only the creator of Facebook, now called Meta, but he is also one of the wealthiest and most influential men on the planet. While most billionaires build luxurious mansions or private islands, Zuckerberg is doing something far more mysterious.
Top 1% are building bunkers. Mark Zuckerberg is constructing one in Hawaii, and it's worth $270 million.
Reports and leaks suggest that he is building tunnels, bunkers, and underground chambers on his enormous estate in Hawaii. The question is simple but chilling: why would the head of Meta secretly dig tunnels beneath paradise? Today we are going to explore the secrets of Zuckerberg's Hawaiian fortress, the possible reasons behind it, and what it means for the rest of us. Some believe it is a futuristic doomsday bunker. Others claim it is a hidden laboratory for experiments that must remain unseen. And some fear it could be preparation for a collapse that the world is not ready to face. The story begins in Kauai, one of the most beautiful Hawaiian islands. Zuckerberg quietly purchased over 500 acres of land here, making it his private kingdom. On the surface, it looks like a retreat filled with greenery, beaches, and luxury homes. But construction records, satellite images, and local testimonies tell a very different story. Workers reported massive underground digging, reinforced concrete walls, and steel doors strong enough to withstand explosions. This is not just a luxury mansion. This is a fortress. Why would a billionaire spend hundreds of millions of dollars building tunnels and bunkers beneath his estate? This is not a normal investment. It is preparation. Preparation for what? That is where the theories begin. First, there is the doomsday theory. Many experts believe Zuckerberg is preparing for a catastrophic future. Whether it is climate change, nuclear war, artificial intelligence turning hostile, or even a global pandemic worse than what we already faced, the possibility of collapse is real. Billionaires know this more than anyone. They are not planning for the present. They are planning for survival when the world outside burns. Imagine a bunker with enough supplies to feed hundreds of people for years. Imagine walls that can resist earthquakes, bombs, and even cyber attacks with independent power systems. This is what Zuckerberg is quietly building. It is not a house. It is an ark for the chosen few. But let us pause here and think about something fascinating. Why is it that billionaires like Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, and Jeff Bezos keep pouring money into survival projects? Musk is preparing to escape to Mars. Bezos is working on space stations. And Zuckerberg is digging tunnels under Hawaii.
The legend who is behind this.
If the people with the most information, access to technology, and global intelligence are preparing for disaster, should we not pay attention? This is not just paranoia. It may be a signal that the powerful know something we do not. Another theory is about secrecy. Zuckerberg built Meta with the promise of connecting the world. But behind the scenes, Meta collects vast amounts of data from billions of users every day. Where does this information go? How is it stored? Some believe his tunnels are not bunkers at all, but underground data centers where the most sensitive information is hidden. Think about it. In a world where data is more valuable than oil, the true treasure is not money or gold. It is information. Zuckerberg's secret tunnels could be vaults of digital power, protected from hackers, governments, and even natural disasters. If this is true, then the Hawaiian estate is not just a fortress for survival. It is a temple of data control. There is also a cultural angle. Locals in Hawaii are deeply suspicious of Zuckerberg's projects. Many native Hawaiians accuse him of buying land aggressively, fencing off traditional routes, and building in ways that violate cultural values. When construction of the tunnels became known, it created anger. Some said it felt like Zuckerberg was not only buying land but burying secrets under their feet. This cultural conflict makes the story even more intense. Is Zuckerberg preparing for the end of the world, or is he simply isolating himself from the people and culture of the island? Now let us engage with a shocking question. Could Zuckerberg be planning for an escape not only from society but from responsibility? Meta has been accused of influencing elections, spreading misinformation, and harming mental health on a global scale. What if, when the social consequences finally explode, Zuckerberg is planning to vanish underground, safe from the chaos he helped create? This idea may sound dramatic, but history tells us that powerful people often build escape routes when their empires begin to shake. Roman emperors built hidden tunnels. Dictators built bunkers. Tech billionaires, it seems, are following the same ancient instinct to prepare for collapse while the rest of the world is left exposed. But the tunnels are more than survival structures. Leaked blueprints suggest they include multiple layers, blast-proof doors, secret communication lines, and even escape hatches that connect to hidden exits far away from the main estate. That means Zuckerberg is not only hiding underground but also planning for mobility, secrecy, and total independence from the outside world. This is where it gets truly disturbing. A normal person builds a safe room in their house. A billionaire builds an underground city. That difference shows how unequal survival has become. When disaster comes, the powerful may live in luxury underground while ordinary people face the storm above. Let us also look at the financial scale. Reports claim Zuckerberg has spent over $270 million on his Hawaiian estate and underground projects. That is enough money to build entire neighborhoods, schools, or hospitals. But instead, it is used for secrecy and protection. What does this tell us about the mindset of the ultra-rich? It tells us that they are not investing in saving the world. They are investing in saving themselves. And here is the question that makes the story even darker. If Zuckerberg is preparing for disaster, does he plan to help the world survive, or only himself and a carefully selected group of people? Now, imagine the inside of this bunker. Air filtration systems humming quietly, rows of food supplies sealed for decades, advanced water recycling, private communication networks cut off from the internet, maybe even medical labs with futuristic equipment. This is not science fiction. This is exactly the kind of system billionaires are already building across the world. From New Zealand to the mountains of Nevada, Zuckerberg's Hawaiian tunnels are part of a bigger movement, the billionaire bunker boom. But let me ask you something interesting. If billionaires can build bunkers and escape plans, what should ordinary people do? We cannot all dig tunnels under Hawaiian estates. We cannot all prepare for apocalypse on Mars. But what we can do is ask questions, demand transparency, and realize that the future is being shaped behind closed doors. The more we learn, the less power secrecy has. This story is not just about Zuckerberg. It is about survival, inequality, and secrecy. The tunnels in Hawaii are a symbol of something bigger. They show us how the ultra-rich see the future, not as a shared journey, but as a race for survival where only the elite will have a safe place. So the next time you see Zuckerberg smile on stage at a tech conference, remember that beneath the paradise of Hawaii, tunnels stretch in silence, waiting for a day we all hope will never come. But here is the final twist. Some experts believe the tunnels are not only for defense but also for control. Imagine if Zuckerberg invites politicians, scientists, or military leaders into his bunker during a crisis. Whoever controls the bunker controls survival. Whoever controls survival controls the future. That is more than wealth. That is power beyond imagination. This is why the Hawaiian tunnels matter. They are not just concrete and steel. They are a statement that the future may belong to those who prepare in secret while the rest of the world is left to wonder. And that is why this story is so powerful, so chilling, and so urgent, because it makes us ask, if Zuckerberg is building tunnels in Hawaii, what are the rest of the billionaires building that we do not know about? One more chilling possibility: insiders and whistleblowers. No fortress, however secret or reinforced, can remain invisible forever when people on the inside begin to worry. Imagine a worker, an engineer, or a contractor who sees something that crosses a line and decides to speak out. Photos, private memos, security logs, or a frightened testimony could expose what is meant to be hidden. Those leaks would not only destroy the fantasy of invulnerability, but would force a global conversation about accountability. Regulators, indigenous groups, and the public would suddenly demand audits, environmental reviews, and legal oversight of what was built under the guise of privacy. In that moment, the tunnels stop being a symbol of power and become a liability, proof that secrecy can fracture, and that the greatest risk for the ultra-rich is not bombs or climate collapse, but the one thing they never fully control: truth. In the end, it is important to remember that the foundation of any underground fortress is not just cement and steel. It is built on human decisions, secrets, and moral choices. When the powerful create separate worlds for themselves, the real question is not what they are hiding from, but who they choose to include inside and who they leave outside. Whether it is seen as a private refuge or a vault of secrecy, projects like these challenge the principles of public interest and democratic transparency. And when the sunlight finally breaks through, those very secrets can become the evidence that turns against the powerful. Yet survival may not be the only reason. Another theory suggests the tunnels are not bunkers at all but underground data centers. Meta, Zuckerberg's empire, collects staggering amounts of information from billions of people. In a world where data is more valuable than oil, the true treasure is information. What better way to protect that treasure from hackers, governments, or natural disasters than to store it in hidden blast-proof vaults beneath one of the most remote places on Earth? This secrecy is fueling anger among locals. Native Hawaiians accuse Zuckerberg of fencing off traditional routes and burying secrets under sacred land, turning their island into a private kingdom of secrecy. Some even fear the tunnels could serve as an escape route, a place for Zuckerberg to disappear if the social consequences of Meta's actions ever explode. History is full of powerful leaders building secret passageways and bunkers when their empires begin to shake. The leaked blueprints for Zuckerberg's estate reveal multiple layers, escape hatches, and secret communication lines. This is not just about safety, it is about control. Whoever controls the bunker controls survival. Whoever controls survival controls the future. And that is why the Hawaiian tunnels matter. They are more than concrete and steel. They are a statement, a warning about how the ultra-rich view the future. Projects like these force us to ask hard questions. When the powerful create separate worlds for themselves, who will they choose to include, and who will they leave outside? Whether Zuckerberg's tunnels are an ark or a vault, they reveal a new kind of power. Power built in secrecy, under our feet, shaping a future the rest of us may never see until it's too late.